Good morning, everybody. It is Friday. We are wrapping up another week. Can you believe it? And I hope everybody is out of bed, limbering up for the 8 o'clock, or maybe you've got 5 o'clock session, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, whatever it is. And you might be on the way to work, just catching this up later, wherever you are. Hopefully, you are having a superb Friday. We've been talking about maize meal all week. As well as yesterday, I did a little session on varying up your grains and the benefits of some alternatives and getting a bit of variety in your life. Hopefully, you caught the different recipes and 7:30 slots where we weaved some amazing meal into different things. Africa's largest staple grain. And maybe we don't have enough of it. It's so easy to consume, and we just showed you a few balanced ways to do it. Today, to wrap it up, Soul Food Friday Food Fields, is all about kind of getting the nicer things in life into your week. And one of my favorite things is some polenta. So last night we had some polenta. I'll run you quickly through it. It's very easy to make. And it's literally one of my favorite things. It's Gria's, I think it's Gria's favorites as well. And today I'm making use of some leftovers to do some polenta chips. So you can get quite a few things out of it. You'll see here on the main camera, a nice slab of polenta. Once it's cooled, it makes quite a sort of solid, firm shape. So here it's a beautiful little block. That was just what was leftovers. Polenta, very easy, very simple, literally 4-to-1. Same ratios of maize meal. You cook it 4-to-1, so 1 portion of the polenta, 4 portions of the liquid that you're going to use. So I normally use 3 cups of milk and 1 cup of chicken stock. So that makes my 4 cups of liquid to 1 cup of polenta. Just whisk it up 15 minutes until it's nice and smooth. A little bit of butter at the end and grate in some parmesan, and we are ready to go. That's what we had last night. It was beautiful with some bolognese left over from the night before. Just quick reheat, 15-minute dinner was fantastic. And then the leftover I just put into a little dish that molded it into this shape. I also had a crack at making some balls and getting a bit of mince in them. I'm going to try those a little bit later with the same sort of thing. So I've got my pre-cooked polenta leftovers here, and that's what I'm going to make some chips with. Good morning, Leslie Downs. How are you? Renelle Robbins. Good morning, Antoinette Durant. Lovely to have you guys with us. If anyone else is here, say hi. Let me know how you guys are doing. Very easy. All we've got are pre-cooked polenta, and we actually just cut it into some chip shapes. All right. So I'm going to cut just nice long chips. I'll cut that in half. And these are going to go into the air fryer. So you can bake them as well if you want to. You could fry them if you were feeling a little naughty as well, slightly higher energy, because they will soak up the fat. So this is a nice low fat way of getting some chips in. Right. And from your 1 cup of polenta, 3 cups of milk, 1 cup of stock, you're going to get about 12 portions of chips. That will be 1 starch, so 1 carbohydrate. If you're on the one-on-one and you need all those numbers, that's what it's all about. Okay, so just cut those into lovely little chips. You can see like that. Okay. If you've got a spray bottle to get some olive oil and spray it on, it's a great way to do it, because you just want a little bit of oil on these. It's going to help them brown up a little bit. I don't. I'm just going to lightly dust them with a little bit of olive oil. So they're all my chips, nicely laid out. A little bit of olive oil here that we'll just get onto these guys. And I'm going to preheat the air fryer to 180, and they'll go in for 20 minutes. We'll turn them towards the end, but you'll see they're going to turn lovely golden brown. Just make sure we get a little bit of oil on the other side. Okay. You can also keep it a little lower energy if you want to cook your polenta in water or stock only. The reason I add some milk is because it makes it lovely and creamy. But does also just mean you get a little bit of protein in. So it just helps to balance it out slightly, and you get a nice nutrient-dense end product. So those are all good. Bit of salt, and they will go into the air fryer. Okay. So they go in for 20 minutes. We'll turn them sort of towards the end. And I've done a little stash of them to show you what they'll look like. And catch up quickly and say good morning to everyone. Ashley Ratcliffe, good morning. Coach Tony, goes so well dunked in a little dressing, vegan mayo, something like that. So good. So if you wanted to keep it vegan, but still creamy, you could actually get in some almond milk. So it's just slightly different flavor. A little creamier than just cooking it in water, but almond milk very low calorie. So you could keep it vegan, nice little dipping would be great. You could make your own sort of mayo dipping for them. So yogurt and lemon juice to give you kind of a different version, and you can flavor that with some paprika or spices or something. You've got a nice little snack to go with. Carol loves a bit of mealy meal, and we look forward to trying these. Beautiful, Carol. So they're going to the air fryer for 20 minutes, and this is what they come out looking like. Beautiful, golden brown. Get them up there. Look at that. And they crack open. They're beautifully soft in the middle, and have those. I reckon they'll actually make a good breakfast. So I'm going to stack them in a little. This is normally my coffee maker. You guys aren't letting me have coffee this morning because I've got my chips in there. And let's do this because I know it's going to make a mess. With a sprinkling of Parmesan, great little source of B vitamins and some protein. So Parmesan, and we're just going to get that over the top, just for a little bit more flavor. If you wanted to make one of those dressings like Tony's out here or something we chatted about, give them a crack. But that is my little polenta chip from some leftovers. Beautiful. With a little bit of Parmesan. Nice and easy, quick, super simple. Carol, oven temp, you don't have an air fryer, I'll do it at 180 as well. So fan assisted 180. If you don't have a fan in there, crank it up to 200 and you just give it 20 minutes. Turn it about 3/4 of the way through, and you'll have them looking nice and golden brown, just like this. Look at that. Beautiful. And then we've just served them with some Parmesan. So those are great. Use that as your soul food if you're looking for an alternative to a chip, just for something different. And you can maybe use some polenta and just keep the leftovers so that you can do something like that. I'm going to stick up on my Instagram once I've had a go at getting the balls out that have a little bit of mince in it. So molded the balls, stuck a little bit of mince into there. And I'm going to also air fry those and see how they turn out. And I'll stick that to Instagram so you can go check it out. Antoinette looks delicious. Leslie Downs says it looks delicious as well. It does. And I think that, and if you put an egg on it, it's breakfast, so that's going to be my breakfast. Have a wonderful weekend to you too as well, Antoinette. Join us for our workout now at 8 o'clock, and again tomorrow morning. We can wrap up the week. We've got our breakfast run as well tomorrow. Join us for that nutrition session. As always, 7. Guys, have a fabulous Food Feels Friday, and we'll see you guys all.